Libia
Good
Live.
morning. We're live. Where is Dr. Nelson?
Ooh, where's Dr. Nelson?
Dr. Bosbell.
Yay, Dr. Bosbell.
It's a great day in God's paradise. Thanks for being here. We got Libia Novak, superstar, rock, amazing, carnivore, sharing her beautiful, amazing energy of life. And it is another good day. It's Friday the 13th, a good day.
Friday the
Amazing
13th.
day.
Awesome, beautiful day. God's good. And we got Dr. Nelson.
Dr. Nelson, good morning.
Yay. We were just complaining.
¿Cómo
Where are
está,
you?
Libia?
Muy bien, doctor. Ay, ya me estaba preocupando.
Awesome.
We're okay now. We're not worried anymore.
We're
No
never.
more.
We're only. We're wondering the beauty of life every day. All the energy of the universe is God, and God always good, and He has faith in us and faith in life. We got to bring that to the table every day. Love it.
Yes. Every day.
Dr. Nelson, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
Awesome. So we've got Kiltz Mighty Tribe up. We got Fernando Passos says good morning.
Fernando Passos from Brazil.
Fernando Passos.
Brasileiro.
Bev Mueller's here. Ho. And we're going to, so what's the hashtag today and what's the prize for the day?
It's hashtag Libia for Kiltz Health organ meat supplements.
All right. Hashtag Libia. Awesome. All right.
Well, I do eat my organs because I was raised eating organs, so I'm okay with it. I love it. I love my liver, my heart. Mom used to cook the brain, the cow brain in a stew, the testicles. I ate everything.
And we don't have testicles in here, but we have liver, brain, kidney, spleen, heart, pancreas in the organ meat supplements. So,
Great,
a lot of people are not grabbing that stuff. Just grab the organ meat brains and pop in whatever you want.
Easy.
Easy. Yep. Because I think they're good for us.
Yeah, they're good. I'm here.
All right, Libia. Libia, tell us your story and inspire us.
All right, my story is a little bit different because thank God I haven't had any health issues besides allergies, my asthma since I was very little, and that I developed cervical cancer when I was 19 when it was diagnosed.
Yeah.
Besides that, I am so blessed and so thankful that I haven't had any other health conditions. I was raised again by natural parents that we got always everything like raw and food. My candy was fruit. Those were my treats. I was born in 59, so this year I'm turning 66. And yay!
Look at you.
So I was raised like I believe in the best time ever because everything was natural. There was nothing made, nothing came in a box or nothing. The only thing was the milk in a bottle, but it was raw milk.
And where did you grow up?
Colombia.
Nice.
Yeah, where Alia is right now.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. in that area exactly because I was born in Popayan. You've heard about it, all right, Alia? Mm-hmm. It's another we call it
department.
Like a state department. It's called the White City. It's very religious, beautiful city. When it's the Holy Week that we have Easter here, we call it Holy Week. It's beautiful. They have these processions with all the statues of the Jesus and Mother Mary, and beautiful. It's very beautiful. It's called the White City, Popayan.
Mhm.
But I was taking very little to Cali, so I literally consider myself caleña. I'm very caleña with my salsa and everything. So actually, I was gonna make you guys dance with me a little bit right now. Are you in, Dr.
Wow.
Kills? Are you in? All
Do I
right.
have
Are
to
you
stand
ready?
up?
Are you ready?
Nelson, you're not dancing.
Okay.
This is the Cali song.
Yes. All right. Ready?
I'm not standing, but it's very easy, Nelson.
Yeah.
This is how you
Uh-huh.
move. You got to move every day.
Move,
That's
move,
what you got
move.
to do. Move and groove
That's how we start the day.
I
every day.
hope
Move every
everyone in
day.
the chat has stood up and is dancing.
Yeah. I said,
You got to
okay,
get
I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Okay, sure. Okay, all right, back to normal.
up.
I am like this every single day.
There's no normal. There's no normal, right?
Okay, yeah, no
Who
normal,
wants to be
no
normal?
normal. Yeah, ew, that's boring. So this is how I start my day. I move. You know that when I'm watching you guys, I'm on my bike spinning, taka, 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 and then I'm ready for the day. So this is how I start. Again, so my story is kind of different. I didn't have any like real illness, never had suffered from overweight because since a little girl, this is, I don't know, my thing. I admire so much in my newspaper, the little comics that came with the newspaper, uh, the Amazon woman, Princess Diana, all this. So I saw that those women were so powerful, strong, but at the same time so feminine and beautiful. And I was like, I want to be like that, like those women. I want to be like an Amazon woman. And I did take care. I never overdid with food because we didn't have that chance in Colombia. We have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And again, if we wanted something, a treat, it was a fruit. Mom gave us a fruit. Okay, go eat a banana. Go and get your apple. Dad got the oranges. And it was that. We did, as a Latino culture, lots of beans, like Dr. Nelson, beans, rice, plantains, like green plantains, the really ripe plantains, sweet plantains, uh, tons of fruit. Again, you're hungry, go and eat some fruit. That's what mom gave us. Real food, they cooked. Mom went every Sunday to the farmer's market, and she brought the red, like dead chickens, sometimes they were alive. She brought like living fish, and we put them in our tank, on our washing tank, and a lavadero. Uh, and we put the fish, and the fish swim in there, and then she just cooked it. we had She brought some turkey, and then it was so funny how dad showed us how to sacrifice the turkey. They drunk the turkey. This is I don't know if all you have heard about it. uh, to kill the turkey, you have to get rid of the bile because it's bitter. So if the blood mixes with the bile, the I think the turkey just releases the bile,
Oh,
so the
wow.
meat gets really bitter. So what they do in the old days is they gave alcohol, some aguardiente, to the to the turkey, and then you start chasing the turkey. So he gets drunk. Yeah, I mean,
That's so funny.
the alcohol goes into his blood system, streaming, and then when next thing you see the turkey wobbling. Okay, he's drunk. Dad grabbed him, made the cut in the jugular, in the aorta,
Yeah.
and hang it upside down. So they drain the blood, and that's how the poor turkey dies. Happily
Oh.
drunk, and he was bleeding. And then they cook it.
That's how my grandmother used to take care of the chickens.
Oh, for the chicken, yeah, hang it. So you bleed it, and
Yeah.
then yeah, and then they yeah. So that's that's what I had, like real food. Um,
Love that.
so um, besides my asthma, I never had any other conditions. Um, so my idea of being strong in this. Then at 19, I was diagnosed with a cervical cancer. I had I already was a mommy. I was an early mommy, very young mommy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes,
Good. How many kids do
yeah,
you have?
right. I have four grandchildren now.
And children?
Four grandchildren. I did have two,
Awesome.
boy and girl.
What?
And my boy was the first one. So when I was diagnosed with the cancer, I was so scared, so sad. I was just wondering about my son. I don't want
Mhm.
to die because, in the 70s, it was 79 when I was diagnosed. So by those days, they tell you have cancer. I was like, okay, I'm dead. I'm going to die because it was like, oh, there is not too much research. I mean, by those days, you didn't hear that much. So I was so concerned and so worried. I was like, okay, I don't want to die. Thankfully, and I told this to Dr. Vasquez, this piece of my story, because we already met before, because I was the winner of the one-on-one.
Mhm.
So um, the oncologist that was taking care of me by those days, he was so amazing. He was an angel. And he saw me so depressed. I got so skinny. I got really skinny. I didn't want to eat. I was so uh, worried and so scared of my condition. So he saw me in one of our appointments and he says, okay, Libya. I was a young girl. I wasn't even 20. So he said, you are very young. And what we discovered is something that we can treat. We're going to help you. But I need you to have a strong body because if you let it go, how am I going to help you? And he told me, he was the one that told me, go and exercise. Make your body get strong. Eat your food. You're not dying right now. You are going to live and you're going to raise your child. And I was like, are you funny, crazy? I don't think about even going to exercise. That's no, I'm going to die. No, no, no. Do it. Do it. So again, my memories when I was a little one of the Amazon woman, like, okay, this woman fought, this women win battles. These were the amazing. I'm gonna do it. So I joined a tiny little gym that was really close to my place. Those by those days the gyms was a house, an empty house, and every bedroom they just set up some equipment and that was a gym. So I found one and said, okay, I joined. And guess what? My doctor said, it was correct. My body started changing, and because I was exercising, I was feeling hunger, so I started eating, and I we ate lots of red meat in Colombia.
Mhm.
Uh, we actually have this say to a word way to say that oh, this is so long, like something happens, it's so long, a long meeting that you're so bored in that meeting, you say, oh, this is longest than a week without meat. Okay. Una semana sin carne. That's what we say. This is más largo que una semana sin carne. 1 week with no meat. So I was raised every single day we had some meat in our meals every day. Eggs and meat and butter and milk. So my body started changing. I felt the strength. I felt different. I was like, yes, this is it. I'm gonna keep doing. So since those days, I start like really exercising, focusing, and strengthening my body. it happened. My doctor was amazing. My oncologist. I We thought that I was going to be fine because he said, okay, after this, Papa Nicolau, it seems that all the cells are under control. There's nothing there. And guess what? He diagnosed. I mean, no, not diagnosed. He suggested in my prescription, you're going to get pregnant. Like, what? I'm going to get pregnant? Why I'm going to get pregnant? Yes. And he said this, and it worked. He said, when a woman gets pregnant, all the hormones that are released may slow down and just put to sleep those bad cells because you're making a new human being. And I was like, oh God, my body looks nice and I'm gonna get pregnant. But I was truly believing in him. And guess what? I said, okay, I'm gonna try. And it was immediately got pregnant. My baby girl was born, super healthy. And I was like, oh my gosh, but I have cancer. Does that going to affect my baby? And he said, no, nothing. Your baby's not going to be touched. It's nothing, not happening. So yeah, my baby girl was born.
How did they treat your cancer?
Oh yes, they did. Dr. Nelson, cauterización.
Cauterization.
Okay, cauterization. They did that with me.
Was it like early cancer?
Yes.
Yes. It was. Was it dysplasia?
It's yes, atypical cells. That's why they call it.
Atypical cells, right?
So atypical, yes.
So a little bit. So it's inflammation, and right, as much as anything. So where did all that come from? Do you think?
Well, now I know. Before I didn't. Now I know because why? I ate beans and rice, and Mom made us
fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables.
Is that you think that contributed to it?
I believe so because why? I was so young, and I know we are born perfect. So what happened? I messed it up without knowing, and Mom did it because she gave me the food, but with no knowing. And that's why my ancestors were a little ill. We have cancer in the family. So
everyone does.
Everybody, yeah.
Everyone does. Everyone has cancer, heart disease, dementia, depression, all these things.
Yeah.
And so how are you sharing this today? How are you out there, and what inspires you to talk about carnivore over standard diet or even keto?
Yeah. Well, because I am the truth. I'm like, what happened that because of the nutrition that I had as a child, as growing up, and what it came from my family, what I was taught, got me to awaken those cancer cells. They were activated. And now I know.
They cause the cancer. They cause inflammation. Yeah. Inflammation becomes cancer if it's going on too long.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I right.
And I learned my lesson. It took a while because I did not know. I did not know of this lifestyle, of this real lifestyle. Yes, I knew it. That our ancestors, they just ate. They go and hunt the buffalo and the birds and all that. But you see it in those movies, but not in like our lives, because when I was born, it was a different world. And now it's still different, but thank goodness you and I and everybody, we found the way back to go get on track and just heal and heal and heal. That's what I'm doing right now. I had literally 63 years of that past life. And now it's my next birthday in September. My birthday is September the 10th. I'm a Virgo. And I'm going to be 66. So this and my birthday is going to be 2 years that I started my carnivore adventure, because I just gave up. Everything was, I was like, I am healthy. Yeah, I turned into be a bodybuilder, competitive bodybuilder. I said, I'm going to build my body in the best shape like those Amazon women. And I work on it hard. I did 10 years competing, doing 4 or 5 shows a year. So I was always in that healthy mode, exercising strong, hard, and my food that what I was taught. Every time I got a new certification, trainer certification, what it was, oh, your macronutrients, your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. But what? Little medium protein, lots of carbs, and little minimum fat. So my thing was like, if my food shines, I'm not going to eat it. Salt, I'm not going to eat salt because that's what I was told. And that's what I was instructed. And I pay for it. That's just doesn't make sense.
So ultimately, the cause of all our diseases, your cancer cells, dysplastic cells, inflammatory cells, your asthma, and any other symptoms that you suffered from since a child are all secondary plant protein, low-fat diet. And it's simple as that.
Exactly. Summary. That's it.
And fresh fruits and vegetables in nature don't want to be eaten, essentially. And we're just, and we've been led to believe that doing that is healthy for you. And tell me about your bodybuilding world. How many of the bodybuilding world is looking at carnivore or looking at you as crazy?
They look at me like crazy. Because they told me, how can you work out without carbs? And I said, well, look at me right now. I still work out, and I work out right now. At the end of the day, my workout begins at 7:30, 7:45 p.m. because that's when I'm done with all my clients at work. So I work out at the end of the day, and I'm up since 4:45. I've been moving, being active all day long, and I have the energy. If there's a day that I made like, oh gosh, it was a really hard day because I saw too many people and it was lifting and pulling. I am the one putting up the weights and making and showing and instructing. So I'm physically active. What I do is that, Dr. Kiltz, I lick my salt. Bing! I always have my salt with me. And I grab a little bit, a pinch of salt, put it in my mouth, chew it, like Dr. Barbara said, and then drink my water. 5 minutes later, I am, ready to go. And I do my workout, my weights. I do my weights, and then I come home, take a whole shower, and nice sleep. Okay, I shower with cold water. Okay, I cannot handle hot water. No.
You were so used to it.
I got used to it.
Lifetime of cold showers in Cali.
Yeah, in Colombia, I didn't have no hot water. So I learned to take my shower with a and I still do it. And I do it early in the morning. I already had it. And then before I go to bed, and I sleep so good. Oh, it's just fantastic.
Isn't the carnivore diet highly restrictive and ultimately is only temporary and shouldn't be consumed of any significance over time?
What? It's put there for nature, put it there for us. Why is it going to be restrictive? Why is it going to? No, it's just the most amazing thing. And so simple. Let me tell you, I was a meal prep slave. Holy smoke, that was horrible. I spent my Sunday meal prepping for the whole week because I don't have too much time for cooking. But I was meal prepping all my vegetables. I was having everything ready, buying my fruit, everything. And I ate 6 times a day because that's what I was told as a bodybuilder. Every 3 hours you have to eat. So I had my chicken breast, like really super lean, washed, just boiled in water. Chicken breast with my huge gigantic bowl of vegetables. Of course, 2 hours later, I was so hungry that I had to eat again. And I ate 6, 7 times a day, usually. Now, I just eat once, sometimes twice. Like actually on my weekends, I treat myself and I eat more. So I eat maybe two, maybe a little snacks, and my snacks are hard-boiled eggs. Um, and and I'm fine with the weekends. And then during my weekdays, it's just one meal. I come for lunch. I am so fortunate that I can come home for lunch. So I throw my steak in the air fryer, ding, 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 and eat it. Yesterday was steak and liver. Yummy. That was my lunch yesterday. Steak and
We,
liver, a piece of
we got
liver.
some questions here
We
Okay.
do.
and some comments. Carb cycling. We were listening to Dr. or to Ben Azadi about carnivore through the week and carb cycling on the weekend. He likes to do it. He plays basketball, gets some energy from that. What are your thoughts about that carb cycling? And maybe Dr. Nelson could comment about that also. And if anyone else has some comments, love to hear you. And reminding the Kiltz Mighty Tribe, if you have a question, just throw it out there. Simplicity to carnivore. That's what the beauty is.
Mhm. Well, carb cycling was my whole life, like for 30 something years, because that's how you do it in bodybuilding. Yep, you have some days of low carbs and then boom, bringing them up. So you pump your body and you feel the energy. And when you are in the different stages of bulking and then shredding, that's how you work. You fill up your body with lots of carbs and then you just restrict yourself. That's the most horrible thing. The feeling, the body feels so horrible. That's when you say that bodybuilders say that when they're ready for a show, like that last week in Colombia, we say, quiero matar y comer del muerto. Okay, you are so mad. I mean, you're like a bipolar person that you're good right now, and then you turn around and you just want to kill and eat your dead thing. It's because that ups and downs with those carbs. But that's how we learn to do it. Now, I haven't had not even a cilantro since September 11, the day after my birthday, 2023. Nothing. Well, okay. Sorry, I'm lying. My coffee. Okay, that's the only thing. Once a day, and it's just because I enjoy it, and it doesn't make a difference on myself. I haven't noticed any like good or bad thing in that happens in my body. So since I got rid of everything else, I think I can treat myself with a little cup of coffee a day. So that's what I've learned. I haven't had nothing, no carbs. Actually, I bumped into, I was going
No
to all
plants, no
these,
plant products other than the coffee.
uh, the coffee beans,
Right. Well, other than the coffee.
right? The coffee. Yeah, nothing. I put salt in my black coffee. That's it.
I
I
love it.
put salt. I don't put sugar or sweetener. I put salt. I put the same salt that I lick every single day, all the time. I'm using Celtic salt, so I put like little bit of the spoon in my cup, and that's my coffee. Uh, uh, so the idea of the carbs, it's something that it was put in our brains that you need it, you need it, you need it. 40% of your daily intake should be from carbs. I did it. Okay, so this is something that is you our people that are listening today, and I want to share this because I thought I was a healthy person, taking care of my body, everything. I don't smoke. I never smoke. No alcohol. Sweets. Well, when I was young, yeah, I love chocolate and I love my cookies. And my grandma made so dulce de leche and all this. Those for the holidays. grandma used to send us a box of sweet, but it was natural sweet. So everything made with milk. So the brevas, how do you call the brevas? I think called those green things, and she made them with blended sugar. I mean, it was sugar for Christmas. That's for my candy. But I
Heavy
wasn't.
sugar on everything, all the
Yes,
pastries,
so much
heavy
sugar.
sugar.
The
Which
aguapanela. You know what aguapanela is, Alia?
Of course I do. Before carnivore, that's how
would you tell
abuela.
people what it is?
Sugar, it's sugar water.
What's it called?
Agua
Aguapanela.
panela. It's like brown
It's
sugar and water.
Yeah, it's the brown sugar from our sugar cane. So they make the bricks of brown sugar. They melt. They process the sugar cane, and then they just mix it and mix it and mix it, and it comes thick. And then they just cool them down and make like little bricks, or sometimes round. And then you buy that, and you cut it in pieces. And Dad gave us, when we were hiking up the mountains, uh, pieces of panela with cheese, and we ate that. And he said, "Oh, this is for energy, so we can do the whole hike for the mountain with no food." Like,
But did
whoa.
you? Whoa, but that was food. And the question is that true energy or is it a drug?
Well, it was a
Well,
drug.
because ultimately, maybe part of this might be something to think about.
Yeah.
We call it sugar, but it's like cocaine,
Oh
actually.
yeah,
It's worse on the brain.
it's worse.
Well,
More
I'm not sure
addictive.
worse.
Or worse,
Just-
more addictive. More addictive.
it's not worse. It's just bad. But ultimately, we can consume these things in small amounts infrequently, but significant amounts may be the problem. Remember, when you eat meat, there are sugars in meat.
Oh yeah.
And so sugars, glycans are critical to our survival. But think about the drugs, and is sugar cane just a drug and not our energy at all? Because it must be converted to fat via insulin in the liver. But I'm wondering if there might be other chemicals that are in the cane sugar, just like honey's not pure sugar either.
Yeah.
It's a drug.
Yeah. And that's a problem, that you take a little piece and then you want another one. It's like that. It just happens. You take a piece, and it's so your senses, your brain says, "Oh, this is yummy. Give me more." And then you have to eat more, and you want more. And that's the addiction. I I I was, and I confess, I was sugar addicted, but with fruit. And because they said, well, it's natural sugar, so you can eat it. Yeah, the word natural, no way. Now I know it doesn't work. It's still
Well,
sugar.
right. So, but again, the industrial products are extracting substances from plants and
Uh-huh.
label them in a bag of box
Yep.
as cane sugar, as flour. But ultimately, there are chemicals in that besides glucose that likely are part and parcel of the problem.
Yeah.
Not just glucose. I mean, that obviously pure glucose doesn't exist in nature anyway.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
we did not consume a tremendous amount of fruit in our ancient past. I mean, did we hunt for bananas and that was really what we did? Or someone figured out we can get all the slaves and the peasants and collect all the bananas and feed it to the peasants, and they're going to get addicted and sick and all these other diseases.
Yeah. 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 Actually, I got food poison in 2018 here. Um, I went to Publix, and they sell those little fruit cups. and it was buy one get one free, so it was a BOGO. I was like, yay, I'm gonna get my fruit, and I got the little ones. So I ate one of those cups the same day, and then I saved the other cup for the next day. The next day I ate it. uh it was like 2 p.m. when I ate that cup, and it had a little piece of strawberry, watermelon, cantaloupe, kiwi, and like two grapes. It was the little ones. And I ate the thing, and it had a lot of juice. And guess what? I drank the juice. Like by 6 p.m. Oh my God, I had a terrible stomach pain. I'm like, wow, what is this? It was like an alien was coming out from my belly button. That was the pressure I felt.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
holy shit, what is this? And I felt the need to go to number two, and I went to the bathroom. I had to leave the gym because I said I cannot handle this pain. It's really hurting me. So I left. I canceled my last session, and I came home, and I was like, oh my God, this is so hard, and it was so painful. And I went to the bathroom. Nothing happened. Nothing. I just feel that I had to, but nothing came out. And like, oh my God, this is so painful. And so, what must mom tell us when you have a little tummy pain? Okay, chamomile tea with peppermint. So I made a very strong chamomile tea with peppermint, and I had it. It did help with the pain, and it was okay. So that was it. I couldn't eat nothing that night, that evening. Uh, then before I went to bed, I started feeling like itchiness behind my neck, and I was, oh, ow, ow, it's itchy. Oh, well, I didn't pay attention. I went to bed. Haha. Next morning, I woke up. It, I broke up in hives. Oh my Lord! My body said, "What did you eat? What happened?" So it was that the cantaloupe and the juice that that little cup fruit had was a little fermented, and I had it all. I took it all because it tastes good. My palate said, "Oh, this is tastes good," and I had it all. Well, yes, it brought me to severe, terrible hives. I had to go to the ER because I was all swollen. My private parts were swollen, itchy. I couldn't stand up my clothes, and I was shaking and shivering like like this. So my husband took me to the ER. They put me antihistamines, and okay, you're gonna be fine. Nope, I wasn't fine. Next day, I had to go back because I was covered in
What
hives. Holy moly! I said,
what was it from?
from the fruit, from the cantaloupe. The cantaloupe. So when I got
Wow.
into the ER, people said, the guy and the nurse, oh, you ate shrimp. No, I haven't had shrimp. I had fruit. What? Yes. I'm not allergic to shrimp. I'm not, but the fruit, I literally said, it almost killed me. It was so bad. It took me 3 days for my, no, 4 days for my skin to clear up and to get rid of the itchiness. And oh my gosh, it was terrible. My boss thought that I had how you call the not the missiles. It looked like missiles. He said, sure it's not missiles? No, it's not missiles.
Oh,
It's
wow.
yeah. They were scared, like, oh shoot, this is missiles.
All right, Ali, let's start going down the line of the questions. How about that?
Great. We got a whole
Okay.
bunch here.
Ooh, all right.
Libya, what is your favorite thing about about carnivore?
My favorite. It's delicious. It powers me up. Every time I eat my steak, my meat, it powers me up. It's so quick. I'm not spending hours and hours in the kitchen. Super easy. Uh, I don't have to worry about my next meal. Yes, I don't have to worry about my next meal because it's so satisfying, so satiated that I don't even think of having more food. So I'm lovely. I love it. And all the healing, I got my sinuses, my allergies were gone. My this is funny. My hair. I told this to Dr. Nelson. I had like they call me Shakira. in Colombia. Okay, that was my hair, just Shakira. And oh my God, all that hair because I used to dye my hair. I used to color my hair. And when I started carnivore, this was interesting because every time I showered, where the foam of the shampoo came, touched my skin, it gave me itchiness. It turned red
Excuse
because
me.
the dyes were falling. I lost all that hair. I told Dr. Nelson that, holy shoot, I thought I was going to look like you, Dr. Nelson, because it was tons of hair falling, falling, falling. But guess what? Now I have a bunch of brand new hair because I look like a baby, like a little baby chicken when they have those fluffy things, or a cat when they're changing their fur. That's how my all those places that I thought it was like, oh, I can see my skull there. No, it's all covered with brand new hair. So my hair changed, my skin several times. I shredded. I was like, oh shoot, I look like a snake. I'm shredding. All my old skin was coming out. I did went through a lot of the cleansing of my body that I suppose is called oxalate dumping. I got really bad rashes for a couple of months. On my 4th month of carnivore, as a carnivore, I had rashes on by my eyelashes, around my mouth. It was that like a baby rash, and it lasted, oof, maybe almost another 3 months. But now my skin is clear. I don't use nothing. I couldn't live without my lotion. No, now I get the tallow bar for my hair. I don't use soap on my skin. I stopped using soap years ago because I don't sweat. Dr. Kills, Dr. Nelson, why can't I not sweat? I don't sweat. And that happened.
You can
Uh,
sweat,
I,
but your body now is better
uh-huh.
and in the body because of carnivore, and
Uh-huh.
you haven't put yourself in the environment that sweating is required.
Huh? There we go.
Most likely.
Yeah,
Uh,
Most
most I
likely.
believe so because
Carnivores seem to sweat less and
Less.
have less body odor.
oh yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nada,
Yeah.
nada. Nowhere. Yeah, it's amazing. I did challenge myself since um this is like my new lifestyle with fasting. And my longest fast has been 5.5 days. That for me, it was like wow. When they require me to fast for blood work, that was torture. Because no, I have to eat every 3 hours. I need to eat I eat and I go to bed. No, no, no. So fasting was torture.
Fasting's the best thing we do.
I've done it.
I want to go through these questions. If we could
Sure.
Yeah.
just get question.
Good. Where does
And
Libya live now? Oh,
By the
sorry,
way,
that's the last
Livia,
one.
you look
Olivia,
better than Shakira.
Alia,
Okay.
Thank you.
Olivia,
I live right now in Davenport, Florida, Four Corners, Davenport, Florida.
nice.
Now
Mhm.
you have a question over there, right? From the Mighty Tribe?
Yeah. How long does it take after eating a strict carnivore diet for ketones to be present? This is for Leanna Griffith.
Okay, this is funny, and I would love Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Nelson to help me with this because I did get my keto mojo, and I've been testing, and it took me 3 days of fasting to raise my ketones. Usually, like in the those numbers, it doesn't show. I understand because I've been lean, like my my visceral fat is 3. I took my numbers this morning with the scale that you recommended the other day. Um, my weight today is 120.8 pounds. My total body fat is 17%. My muscle mass is 94.2. And my visual is 3. My skeletal muscle is 48.4%. And my BMI is 20.9. That's been me like forever. Those numbers, okay? Very lean, of course, because that's a bodybuilder way, lean. Uh, but it seems that it's very difficult for me to raise my ketones in a number.
Hmm.
So it's usually
Well,
I'm always in 0.1, 0.1.
our ketones are always present in the human body.
Oh,
Okay, so now we've been duped to measure everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and ultimately, ketones are made in the liver. The liver takes amino acids and sugars and converts them to fat, and then they're converted to acetyl-CoA, which is converted to beta-hydroxybutyrate acetoacetate, acetone. They're circulated in the bloodstream in order to provide energy for your cells, because energy only comes from fat. And as your glucose levels drop and your fasting levels increase, your ketone levels rise. So
Yes.
ketones really show up through true fasting
Yep.
more than anything. And so it's just irrelevant in a marker to me of your health and wellness, but they're always there. They just have different levels depending on the glucose, in my opinion. So
Yes, Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Nelson and Alia, when I did the 5.5 days, I was just extending to see how I feel. I feel good. When I feel a little kind of like, woo, I just took my salt, boom, 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 and my water, and that was it. So I remember that on my 5th day, when I woke up, I did feel a little kind of woo, like a little dizzy. And I said, okay, let's put some salt. I did my salt thing, and then I felt good. And my day started, and by kind of 8:30 in the morning, it was like boom, like something like this. Like when I used to take my pre-workouts, okay, that you raise all that like super energy. I felt I was floating. I had like no weight. I had so much energy after 5 days of fasting that I just like, oh my God, this is incredible. This feeling is amazing. My body is clean.
take a
That's what I
nap
say.
when you're tired.
Yeah.
We're meant
Uh,
to reset, rest. We're always
mhm.
thinking we got to go, go, go.
Yeah.
Rest,
Oh, yeah.
relax, energize. If you're
Yeah.
tired, take a nap, not an energy drink. That's really,
Not anymore.
yeah.
I mean, all that stuff just the smell. And well, I'm in the gym the whole day, and everybody takes that. And every time I see people with those cans, I tell them, huh, you have your diabetes in a can, huh? I tell them,
Well, people are drinking their calories.
yeah,
And,
you drink it, yeah, and that's
yeah.
no good. So, but now when I smell it, that's another thing. My smell sense is now so elevated. I can sense when people have what they eat, what they have eaten when they come to me, when my clients come to me. I can sense when they had alcohol, when they had lots of seasoning. I can sense that it like, oh my God, it hurts me. It hurts me. My I like everything has awakened up so much. Like I really feel like a lioness. Okay, because I love
Next
cats.
question, Alia. Cool.
Next question. Sierra McCabe, how do they say vegetables have protein? Aren't they just carbs? How are powder proteins made? Is that real protein?
There is protein in vegetables. They are vegetable proteins.
Okay.
So they just because they have protein doesn't mean they are the best ones for you. Uh, and very often the plants, let's say lentils, oh, they're high in protein. Well, that's
Yeah.
only 20% of the macronutrients. The rest is starch, and is all these plants come with the protein and the anti-nutrients that very often stop you from even absorbing that protein. So, but it is basically it's not in the right form. It's not the right protein for you, and there is
And,
some
and
amino acids that the plants don't
Right.
have.
Right.
all, all plants, all animals have cells, And all cells are made up of lipids, proteins, sugars. Every organism contains a cell, basic building block of every organism, fatty acids, amino acids, sugars, and then the minerals and vitamins. The problem with plants is they contain toxins that meat in general doesn't. But I mean, why would anyone search for protein? That's another lie. Again, no animal looks for protein. They either eat plants or animals. So, Dr. Nelson, I mean, really, is an extract of a protein any different than an extract of a sugar?
In what sense?
Well,
Because the whole food is the best source, but
well, that's because protein poisoning, people are missing the point. Amino acids and sugars both break down and go to the liver, and insulin converts them to fat. If it doesn't do that, you die. We're not eating a bunch of protein and building muscles unless you're doing the resistance work, and that's such an important part of this. But a protein powder, how do we know what's in it? How do you know what's in it? It's like, and I looked up cane sugar. It is true. It's an extract of a substance that's sweet, but it also contains phytochemicals, and they call them antioxidants. And they don't label them as anti-nutrients or chemicals and antigens. So that's one of the things we have to be very careful of. But I think that I'm not a big fan of protein powders personally.
Well, if with my past, let me tell you guys that I took all the supplements from the A to the Z because that's what we do. And with that,
this is a piece of raw fatty meat.
Oh,
meat
okay.
From a cow.
Gonna make
and ultimately, this contains all the minerals, vitamins, and nutrients, including amino acids, simple sugars also, and fatty acids that your body requires, because this contains glucose.
Yeah.
Which I'm always questioning gluconeogenesis.
But not insignificant amounts, though. I mean,
we don't know that because every cell of every organism contains.
But it's not in the same amounts that you find them in plants.
Well, right. No. Well, you're right. But plants have a lot of cellulose, which breaks down to more sugar. But the cell contains amino acids, simple sugars, fatty acids, minerals, and vitamins, but also chemicals that control and kill us. So this, again, we're eating. This contains sugars. It contains amino acids and fatty acids. And so I think we need to be really specific, because we say you only get sugar from plants, but you don't. You get it from meat also. Small, but what's the percentage of amino acids, simple sugars, and fatty acids in a meat? Don't know that, right? But we do know that a lean meat diet, here's the lean meat, in general is not good for us, but the fatty meat is good for us. So I'm just kind of simplifying a little bit, and that's kind of how I'm trying to approach it. Sorry.
This is the best, right? This is the best, and this is correct.
100%. We know fat and cholesterol, but
I learned my lesson because of her.
Mm-hmm.
I was this sounds disgusting, and I apologize, but I was pooping foam.
Wow.
I was pooping foam, and I was like, why? And like, wow, huge amounts. Why? Because of this.
No, but why?
because
Fermentation.
fermentation. Yeah,
We
you know,
ferment.
when you make beer, what's up there? It's all foam. It's fermentation. And I remember that, like, oh my God, that that week, because it was kind of like a week that happened. And that was right before my birthday. And I was going on vacation. And I was like, okay, this is it. I am hurting myself. And I've been already reading about all you guys, everybody. I had all Canberry, I had Dr. Sean Baker, I had you, I had everybody. I was already doing my research. And I was like a little doubting because, yeah, it was something 360 degrees different from what my lifestyle. Getting rid of everything. I mean, my carbs and my carbs, getting rid of my carbs and elevating the fat. That was for me sounds so crazy and so scary because I was told the opposite. But when my body, I always listen to my body and I just always pay attention. And when my body start doing this, pooping foam, I said, okay, this is it. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to go carnivore, full carnivore, and let's see what happens. In a week, my first week, my first 3 days, my sinuses, I was always like, holy shoot, I have a forever COVID because I'm always so, and my
How
nose and
how
breathing.
long how long in total you've been carnivore?
It's going to be 2 years now
2 years.
in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So, yeah.
how are you feeling compared to before?
I don't have to worry about if I go to the bathroom or not. I feel that I have my natural energy because it's my body releasing my real energy. I'm not giving energy to exogenous things that I used to. Time for a pre-workout, time for some energy drink. No, now I I'm great. I feel great, and I love to share my story with everybody where I go. And some look at me like, okay, yeah, okay, okay, okay. Others pay attention and get very interested. So I feel great, Dr. Nelson. I feel just fantastic. Ready for another year. My 66th birthday is coming. I'm gonna celebrate with my boom boom. That's it. That's it. I feel great, and since I know now that we're meant to be live like the most of the years, and yes, I am planning to go to 120, walking on my feet,
Love
uh,
that.
not needing not even pampers, nothing. No, being a normal, I mean, a good, healthy human being. So I'm halfway on my road.
Love
Nice,
that.
nice. Want to catch that question there, Alia, Dr. Nelson?
Carrie says, good morning, everyone. I've been going this morning and had a time with God and now getting my day going. I'm having an issue with my teeth and gums and lower back. Have been carnivore for 4 years. Dr. Dalton.
You know, you can. There are things carnivore will not totally fix. I mean, we can still get some of these conditions. The gum disease, yeah, it's a result of inflammation, and a lot of people report improvement with carnivore, but you might need to go and see a doctor. On the lower back, what is it? Are you having? Are you having pain? Most people get
Get a check.
improvement with pain, but again, sometimes you need to go and have things checked.
Yeah.
Uh,
Get it checked. And more, this is where fasting and more fat. That fat is so critical in the diet, and real raw fat. Look at Pottinger's cats. I think this is an issue for so many carnivores because what they're still consuming is I believe is a low fat diet because an overcooked meat, really big issues. So
Uh,
Where are we at here, time wise? How about
Oh yeah, we got 50 seconds left.
all right, Libia,
Let's use them.
let's go ahead and put in our
giveaways.
find our winner.
Giveaway.
Find our winner.
Yeah, we're getting our winner right now. Da, 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 da.
Ta-da.
Carnivore Jerry in the middle of the forest. Congratulations.
Oh,
That's a
Please
cool
email
name.
me. Yeah. Email me at alia@drkiltz.com with your full name, address, and phone number, and I will get you your supplements. Congratulations. Yay.
Okay. And
All right.
I am in for that certification, okay?
Great.
All right.
As
All
of
right.
July 1, we'll have it all ready to go.
Yep, that's the plan. That's what we're
Awesome.
working
We'll have
on.
it- It's happening. It's happening.
It's
Let's get
happening.
it done. I always say let's get it done by the 12th of June or the 13th.
Like today? We're still working on it.
Let's get it done. Let's get it
Let's
done.
get it done. We're getting it done.
So many people excited about it. The keto carnivore lifestyle. Keto carnivore lifestyle. And I say keto because we want anyone can be keto, vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, pescatarian. And it is true. You can consume some plants, but you want to make sure you add the fat and cook the plants well and eat from time to time, not all the time. Let's see. Let's see. I am traveling tomorrow. So I'll see everyone on maybe Sunday, Monday. Sunday for sure.
Sunday for sure. Monday if you're in LA, that's like 3.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I'll be here.
Monday next week, Monday through Friday next week. But Libia, you're the best. We love you. Thank you for sharing. Dr. Nelson, always the best. And we're back. And we need to get all these on Amazon too. Our shirts, our hats on Amazon, so people can go right there. We love you, Libia.
Love you,
too.
Libia.
Love you too.
Everyone,
All right. You're amazing. Thank you for everything. Oh,
Thanks, everybody.
thanks.
Bye.
See you later.
Buenos dias.
Bueno.